Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor, Nation News, and the Rush Hour podcast. And we have an interesting Bachelor story to get to. Anna Redmond, was she Matt James' season of The Bachelor, I believe? Responds to threats she has received over a post that she had made. She's being interviewed by TMZ, so we're going to be covering this. Essentially, a couple weeks ago, I think I covered this on the Rush Hour podcast, but she posted traveling hacks, and she shared her inspiration photos for each day she was traveling. You know, here I'm going to be in Krakow and I'm wearing this. I'm going to be in so-and-so and I'm wearing that. The only problem is she shared her Auschwitz outfit, which of course was a death camp, a concentration camp. And she, I guess, shared the outfit she would be wearing for that. She said, "My best packing hack. Is somebody going to match my freak?" Now, my guess is she didn't mean to be as, she didn't mean to be lacking the level of tone that she lacked, but I'm sure it's not worth death threats, right? And I also never believe death threats are real in today's world because anybody on social media can go tell you to go kill yourself. But with that said, let's hear what she has to say. Former Bachelor contestant Anna Redmond says the backlash over her controversial post about her planned outfit for an Auschwitz visit included threats against her life. Anna joined us on the latest episode of the TMZ podcast. Let's listen.
What was some of the backlash like for you when people caught on to this?
Yeah. Well, Backlash was never great ever. I think it was more just me wanting people to understand. I think there was a lot of different narratives online about what I did and what I didn't do. And I think it was frustrating because definitely the intent was misinterpreted as well. And I think most people who know me know I wouldn't do that. Also, again, we're on a family trip. This was never going to be a content trip. It was never about that. It was about making this a really enjoyable but also important trip for Chris's family. And so I think it hurt me. It hurt his family. It hurt everyone to see all this happening, but also I understood the backlash completely. And
it's almost like the initial backlash isn't the problem with scenarios like this. It's that then people will say what you did, but they will spice it up to make it sound worse. So she did. It probably wasn't a good idea to mention what look you were going to wear when, but at the end of the day, it's like she wasn't profiting off of that, as she's saying.
I issued an apology.
Were you getting death threats or what were people?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What were people saying?
There was a lot of 50-50. A lot of people I got a lot of messages even from the Jewish community being like, thank you so much for not hiding that you're going and being respectful and picking a respectful outfit. And some people took it as what I intended it to be, of just this is what I'm planning to do.
I actually think, I think this is one of the issues with short form social content is that she shared the outfit she was wearing, but it led people to fill in the blanks. So when I was just in, say Bali, when I was in Indonesia, you might not know culturally from the Western world what you need to wear to some of the temples. You need to have a sarong. The men have to wear, you can't wear shorts inside the temple. You need to be covered in certain ways. I'm not sure, there were certain temples that I went to when I went to Qatar, where the women had to enter the temple from one end of the temple and the men from a different. It's just culturally a different world sometimes. And I'm not saying that's the case in Auschwitz. I'm just saying there is a market for explaining to travelers, hey, wear this when you go here so you don't look stupid or whatever the case may be. And in the case of Auschwitz, there probably is a market to say, hey, if you're traveling to these destinations, here are some outfits that are more appropriate to wear than not. The problem when an influencer does that is you assume they're sort of monetizing that conversation.
And then there was also the messages that are like, you should have died or hope they kill you when you're there. And I'm just like, whoa.
Wow.
It's a lot.
And hope they kill you when you're there isn't a death threat. It's shitty though. It's very shitty.
I actually don't believe in eye for an eye or killing people at all. So getting that over what I intended to be a helpful packing hack was just a lot, and it was really heavy. So
yeah,
definitely
that's
turned off the
extreme.
phone and try to put it away.
There it is. That's all you can do. Look, for all of those that are watching this now concurrently on Patreon with our private live stream, Patreon gets to watch me make content. We just go live and you can see. I was frustrated today, completely for different reasons, but having to do with the fact that no matter what the hell you do on the internet, you can't please everyone. Now, in this case, she was probably wrong. And by wrong, I mean morally wrong. She didn't intend to do anything wrong. She didn't intend to hurt anybody, but it was probably one of those, like, take the extra time to explain why you're wearing what you're wearing to Auschwitz. Take the extra time to explain it's a sad and like the occasion of traveling to Auschwitz requires more attention to what type of outfit you would wear. Not so that you take a selfie and look cool, but so that you respect the people's lives that were lost. Like, you could have gone further to explain that, and short form content takes the bones away, and then when people want to interpret it in the worst possible way, they can. The best way to combat that is to keep on talking, as she has, and say, hey, that wasn't my intent. I wasn't trying to do that. I already apologized, X, Y, and Z. Also, putting your phone down and just not acknowledging those people can help too. But I'm with Anna. It sucks when you do that and then someone will create their own blog and try to maybe mischaracterize or expect the worst out of you. We don't like to see that happen. Interesting stuff. We got a lot of updates to get to today. We're going to keep them coming. We'll be back with more right after this.